Baby, donde tú quieras, yo paso a buscarte. Tú espérame afuera, pa' si no llamar.
Hello guys, welcome back to Max Reaction. How are you doing today? Are you having a great Thursday? I am. I hope you are. Anyway, we're going to react to some real life lore. Why? Because it's an awesome channel and we learn things. That's why. Anyway, we're going to react to what if only 100 people existed on Earth. And I would have to say it would be a pretty boring Earth. I wouldn't like just 100 people existing on Earth. Sure, sometimes I don't like being around a lot of people. Sometimes I want to be alone. But with 100 people scattered through the Earth, I think maybe the human race would die out, in my opinion. Unless you found, somebody to mate with. Who knows? Anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. Let's react to it. Let's see what might happen if there was only 100 people that existed on the Earth.
Earth is a complicated place.
Yes.
There are a lot of us that share this planet together, and it's sometimes difficult to
Billions.
understand who everybody is and what everybody believes. To understand things a little better, let's shrink the entire world population down from 7.5 billion people all the way down to just 100
That's
people.
not many, dude.
Our small 100-person society as similar to the real world as possible. Dividing between gender, the 100-person world would be equally divided
50-50.
between 50 men and 50 women. Most of these people would live in Asia, a total of 59 people, compared to 16 people living in Africa, 10 living in Europe,
that ain't many.
8 in North America,
That ain't many.
only 6 in South America,
Australia.
and just one lonely person
Oh, that would
living in
suck.
Australia and Oceania.
One person?
19 of these people would be Chinese citizens, and another 18 would be Indians. There would be only 4 Americans,
Mostly Asian.
3 Brazilians, 2 Russians, and 1 German. The other 53 people would be citizens of 187 other countries around the world.
Wow.
Most of these people would be pretty young, with 9 people aged just between 0 and 4 years old. 17 people would be aged between 5 and 14 years old. And
That is
16
young. That
people
takes a
would be
lot
aged
of,
between 15 and 24 years old. Another
a lot of repopulating Earth
between
couldn't happen
25
then.
and 34, which means that 58 total people are younger than 35 years old. 20 people would be between 35 and 49.
Not many old people.
People would be aged 50 to 64, and only 8 people would be above the age of 65.
That's just amazing to think
When we talk
about.
about religion in the group of 100, 31 people would adhere to Christianity, 23 would be Muslims, 15 would be Hindus, 7 would be Buddhists, 9 would follow other religions, and 15 people would be non-religious or atheists.
Wow.
Mandarin Chinese is the most understood language, with 14 people understanding it, but English isn't far behind it, with 13
Yeah, that's pretty
people
close.
understanding it. 9 people understand Hindustani,
Could you
8
imagine?
people understand Spanish, and 5 people understand Arabic.
Could you imagine that few people, but still have that many different languages? That would cause, like, problems, and I just mean communication problems, man. Oh, it hurts to even think about.
With the other 51 people speaking over 7,000 other languages.
They know a lot of languages.
Mostly everybody can read and write, with 86 people possessing this ability, but there are still 14 people who are illiterate.
Wow.
92 people have access to clean and
That'll
safe
make
drinking
sense,
water,
though.
but 8 people do not and struggle as a result. 62 people are healthy in their weight, but 11
good.
people are malnourished and 1 person
not
is
good.
literally
Not
starving.
good.
The other 26 people are overweight.
Share the food.
Those people are actually obese. 21 people do not have adequate housing to fully protect themselves from the elements, and 1 person
But there's
is
only 100
homeless.
people.
The other 78 people, however, do have proper housing for themselves. Only 60 people have access to toilets, though, and the other 40 people do not.
Ugh.
Of those 40 people, 15 of them still defecate out in the open outdoors. 54
Gross.
people live in cities, while the other 46 people live out in the countryside. 9 people are currently unemployed, while the other 91 people either are employed or are outside of the labor force. 1 of these people has AIDS, and 5 people will be infected by some form of STD this year alone.
Out of the 100?
People are
Wow, that's hard.
The
That
average
hurts to
age
think
of
about,
people
man.
carried out is 29 for women and 32 for men. Another 15 people actively smoke tobacco products, while the other 85 people do not. Interestingly enough, the same statistic is true of vehicle ownership, with 15 people owning a motor vehicle and another 85 people not owning one.
Well, the kids aren't going to own one
Most people
anyway.
are overwhelmingly right-handed, with only 10 people being left-handed. 73 people have or are expected to graduate from high school, while the other 27 people haven't or are not expected to graduate.
Because they already
only
graduated.
7 people hold a college degree of any kind, while the other 93 people do not. But that doesn't stop most people from owning a cell phone. 80 people are in possession of one, while the other 20 people do not.
So 20% of the people don't own one in this right now.
More people have access to a cell phone in the world than a toilet. Internet access is also much more uncommon than cell phone ownership.
Oh, that sucks.
42 people
I wouldn't like
access
that.
to it, and the other 58 people not having any access to it. Speaking of the people with internet access, however, 26 of them have a Facebook profile, 17 of them have a YouTube account, and 4 of them use Twitter at least.
That'd be a boring
once per
YouTube.
month. But perhaps the most shocking difference in our small group of 100 people is the distribution of wealth.
Oh, absolutely.
71 people have a net worth of under $10,000, and out of them, 12 people are living on less than $2 per
That's
day.
sad.
21
and
people have a
true.
net worth between
Shouldn't be.
$10,000 and $100,000, and 7 people have a net worth between $100,000 and $1 million. There is only one person who actually has a net worth above $1 million.
Top 1%.
One person is vastly more wealthy than even this chart makes it appear. This one person owns 50% of all the money in the world.
That's what the 1% does in real life.
35% of all the money in the world. So to recap, 10 people together control 85% of all the money in the society. Another 20 people
That's sad.
owns 12% of the global money
Super
supply,
sad.
which means that 70 people, the vast majority of the society, only controls a mere 3%
That's
of
horrible
the money supply.
that you think about it this
In addition,
way.
one person is a refugee or currently displaced from their home, and 2 people are named Mohammed, which is the most common name in the world currently. Finally,
Didn't know that.
all
Learned
100
something.
people currently live on Earth, our home. Within a few years, however, who knows how all of this data may be different.
It's definitely going to
This video was
change.
made possible by Hover.
Hopefully for the
I
good,
actually
not the
just
worse.
recently bought 2 new domains with Hover.
Anyway, he's going to advertise his advertisement. And it's once you break it down to just 100 people on Earth and thinking about it this way, it's kind of depressing. It's super depressing. Especially the money. You know what I'm saying? The top, what do you say, 13 people control the vast majority of the money, and that's basically what it is today. You got the top 1-2%ers, and then you got people that make a couple dollars a day or less, and that's horrible, and that's something that needs to change. One thing needs to change, that needs to change. That's just ridiculous. It shouldn't happen, and I'd like to thank myself if I had that much money. You know, I'd want to help people out, but. And I realize rich people do help people out, but they could do a lot more, especially the ones up there, you know what I'm saying? The ones that's spending millions and millions of dollars just on little play toys for themselves. Yeah. How about we feed some people? How about we do that? That's the way it should be. That's my thoughts. If I ever ran into that much money, I'm helping people. I'm not a materialistic person though, so I like experiences. I don't really like material stuff. That can... Who cares, you know? But that's my thoughts. This video definitely gets you thinking, man, of the way different things are happening in this earth. And we need to change some of them. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I don't know what your thoughts would be. The only way I'm going to know your thoughts is if you comment down below. Please do so. Comment your thoughts down below. Tell me whatever you want to tell me. Put it below. I'm also going to put some, I also want you to put some links down below, so drop some links of what you would like to see me to react to. I may or may not get to them, who knows, I can't promise nothing. Also, I have social media down below, and if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't hit that bell button, do all those things so you get notified if you liked my reaction. If you didn't, don't. That's all I got to say. If you don't like it, then don't. Anyway, I'm going to drop his link down below. Make sure you check out the channel. Fantastic channel, by the way. And next time you choose a reaction, I want you to choose a Max reaction. Because we try to be best in the world, baby. Peace out. Peace, love, and happiness.